Well, this morning, about 6:30, I heard a knock, or what I thought was a knock. The dog started barking, going crazy. I couldn't wake Kenan up for nothing, so I got up and put my robe on, and I walked out into the hall. And there was Mother and my two cousins, Vicky and Vanessa, standing at the door with all their coats on, all dressed, ready to go. They couldn't get out because the alarm was set and they were trapped and they were trying to get us up, but they didn't want to knock too hard. I don't know what. If you want to get somebody up, you got to make some racket. Because I don't breathe at 6:30. I am dead to the world. So I got up and let them out, and they went to their antique show they're in. They have a booth there. And after I got up and got dressed and did everything I need to do, I thought, well, I'll just drive over there to the antique show because we collect antiques. Well, they use the word antique quite loosely because, first off, I've never seen so many people in my life. That place was packed. And they charge you $5 to get in there. So I was really hoping there would be something there to see. And I paid my $5, and then they make you let them stamp you. Now, I had no intentions of coming back, and they would not let me not get stamped. You had to go in there and get a stamp. And it was one of those stamps you can't see, that they have to use a black light. And I don't know, there's something weird about that. I did not want to be stamped, but they wouldn't let me in unless they stamped me. So I went in there, and all those crowds of people, and I don't do good with crowds, but I was just trying to walk through there and look around, try to see if there was something that I thought was any kind of valuable antique. And I guess I'm getting old because most of that stuff I remember when it was new. I mean, people are into all this, they call it vintage. They're into all this vintage stuff, from the 70s and 60s. And they just, paint it lime green and everybody wants it. But I didn't see any, to me an antique is at least 100 years old. And I was probably the oldest thing there. So I walked around as much as I could, trying to avoid all those people breathing down your neck, running to grab those old piece of furniture. And I said, y'all, I have got to go. I cannot take this crowd. There's nothing here I want. I had no money to be buying anything anyway. So I had to leave. And I had to leave and come home because I knew they'd be coming home. That place closed at 5, and as soon as they got here, they would be hungry. They would be wanting drinks and cocktails, and I had to come home and do some laundry and get their towels all washed and everything ready for them when they came in. Because, women use a lot of towels. They have to have one for their hair and one for drying off with, and I don't know what else they're doing with the rest of them, but they had a big old pile of towels and washcloths and everything, and I had to wash all that and get that all ready. And then I had to, prepare everything to cook and get ready for them, and they came in, and they were so tired. They were not half as fun as they were the night before. They were exhausted. They had a drink, and I fixed dinner, and after dinner, they had maybe one more drink, and they were all getting ready to go to bed. So it is not even 10 o'clock. They're all in bed, out, lights out, and here I am. So anyway, they told me if I got up early, they'd take me to breakfast, so I guess that's what we're going to do. I told them, I said, if I'm not up, just go on, because if I'm not up, don't get me up. Don't knock on that door again. Kenan's leaving early. He can let them out. So anyway, if y'all are out tomorrow, y'all go over there to Conway to that antique show and see them and get you some mid-century modern lime green painted something, because that's what everybody wants.